Hi guys, I'm Darren, and in this video we're going to be setting up our ETHOS transmitter to use it with flight simulators. So this is a subject that I've had requested quite a few times, so I thought I'd actually go ahead and get it working. Now this is quite a simple process. We just need a model, then to plug the USB connector in and select joystick. Now if you've used OpenTX in the past, you'll know sometimes that this doesn't work quite to plan, because the joystick driver on Windows doesn't always detect that it is a joystick, and you have to sort of delete it, try and install new drivers. With these transmitters, FrSky have actually created a driver that is specifically for ETHOS radios. So Windows knows that it's an ETHOS radio, picks it up and just lets you get on with it. So what we're going to do first is head over onto the workbench, and I'm just going to show you what I've got set up on my radio for simulators. Okay, so all I've done is powered the transmitter on, and what we're going to do is just go into my model select, and I thought I did actually have one set up for simulators. Maybe it's in uncategorized. So yeah, I've got a model set up for simulators, so I'm just going to set that to the current model. Warning. So you can see that the switch warnings are all pretty much default. There's nothing special going on here. So this model is very, very basic. If we look in the mixer, all I've done is created a standard aeroplane model, which just has 4 channels. So one for ailerons, one for elevator, one for throttle, and one for rudders. So you can create that using the standard model mix. And then all I've done is added a few switches just to pass through to the simulator. But all I've done is set up some switches. So I've got SA, SG, SH, and SE as some switches that will do things in the simulator. So as you can see, this is really basic. You can set up whatever switches you want. So back at the model screen, the next thing to do is just plug in the USB cable. Now we want to do this before we actually launch the simulator, and it just goes obviously in the standard USB-C port. Now this is where we will do something slightly different. We're probably used to FrSky Suite if we're doing updates, that sort of thing, or to access the SD card. But we're just going to click joystick. And there you would have heard the Windows little beeps, so that you know a device has connected. So that's all we need to do on the transmitter. We've just got a USB icon up the top there, and that's it. So let's get back to the computer. Okay, so basically what we've done is created a joystick on the computer. If we click the start button, we should be able to find the game control panel in Windows. So I've just started typing joystick, and we should get the control panel up. And you can see we've got a FrSky X10 joystick. So even though this is an X20, it's probably just a shared generic joystick. But we can, if we click on properties, we can see it all working. So you can see the axis. So this is my pitch and roll. The yaw and throttle on those. There's also some of the switches that I've set up. And what was the other one? That one. So you can see here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 switches here, but there's a load of buttons down here as well, which we can sort of set up. They'd probably be better for the momentary stuff, to be honest. So we know that our transmitter is communicating with Windows, so all that's left to do is set up the simulator. So I'm just going to use the Wings game here, and we're just going to set it up on that. So once the intro comes up, what it should actually do with this one, I believe it tells you to set your controller up. So we're going to go to the settings menu, go to controls, and we're going to choose the X20S joystick. It's actually correct in this. All right, it's just taking its time, I think. There we go, configure controller. We'll wait for the graphic to get there. So the first thing that we're going to do is, it's a mode 2, that's what I'm using. So we'll click next. Now center all sticks. So this is very much like a calibration on the transmitter. Go next. Right, pitch, hold, full down, but you can see on the screen it's putting the transmitter, so it means pitch down, not the stick down. So let's go full down and click this, hit the space bar. Now we want to roll full right, spacebar, and now we want to yaw right, spacebar, and put the throttle all the way up and spacebar. So now we want to reset launch button, so that's why I've set up this momentary switch. So I'm going to hold that in and click the spacebar. Flaps, so full flaps. I might have to reverse this. I'll go there. Rates, so let's move that to there. And now we need to just move all our sticks to the full limits. And I'm going to do the same for the switches as well. So there we go, we have our model set up and it's all done. So what I'm going to do is just click save, and that's it. Everything is ready to go. We can now just get in there and fly our planes. And this should be similar to any other flight sim where you can use a joystick plugged in via USB. So that should include things like RealFlight, that should include AeroFly. It may include Phoenix. When you get the genuine Phoenix, you get like a dongle and a cable which basically plugs in your trainer port. So with Phoenix, you'll need to set it up like a trainer. So I'll put a link to my trainer video, but basically you would set the transmitter up as a slave and plug the little lead that goes into the dongle into your trainer port on the transmitter for Phoenix and stuff like that. There is a little tool for Phoenix where you can actually set it up to use the USB. And if I can find the link to that, I'll put it in the video description because that might just make things easier. Obviously, I don't condone downloading an illegal version of it, but if you've got the genuine version and you just would prefer to fly like this rather than having a dongle, then that might be a good option for you. So I'll put that in the video description. But there we go. I suppose I should just go there. So this should all be working, but we may as well just test it out just so that we can, you know, prove it. So there we go. Let's go. There we go. I don't know how to get in FPV view or anything, but there we go. We can see we are flying line of sight. Oh. And I'm doing a terrible, terrible job here. But there we go. We are working, we're in our sim, and everything's set up. So what I'm going to do is crash and then say bye to everyone. Actually, here we go. See you on the next one, fly models that you stole them. Bye bye. Oh, through the trees. Into the tree. Couldn't have done that if I tried. Anyway, it's all working.